All right, we are ready for Mr. Robertson. Mr. Robertson, would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and your DOC number.
My name, Bruce Robertson,
What's your DOC number?
113670.
All right, Mr. Robertson, I'm going to read some identifying information in the record and ask you to confirm it. You've been through the process before because this is a rehearing for you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you know the drill. So Bruce Robertson, your DOC numbers 113670. You're classified as a third felony offender. You are currently serving a 33 years and 1 month and 7 day sentence. You were sentenced, let's see, in 2008 in Ascension. Well, the original sentence was 1993 for simple burglary, possession of a firearm, and simple escape. You were released on supervision. That was revoked in August of 2008. In 2009, you were sentenced in East Baton Rouge as a habitual offender for attempted simple burglary. You have a parole eligibility date, which was May 12th, 2017. You have a good time date, June 30th, 2030, and you have a full term date, which is February 21st, 2035. Does all that sound right to you?
Oh, a little bit. I believe you got the 30 wrong. It's 29. My discharge date is in 29.
Oh, my record, one I'm looking at, let me see the date on this. I don't know. Warden Thompson, do y'all have his master record?
It's in 30.
I'll show 30.
It's showing 30 here.
So 30.
Yeah, showing June 30th of 2030 is what I showed, Mr. Robertson. So if you dispute that, take it up with the staff there at Allen. Maybe they can look into it. Right? All right, your case this morning has been assigned to Mr. Roche. Would you answer his question?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Morning, Mr. Robertson.
Morning, sir.
Nice seeing you again.
Yeah, I remember y'all.
Yeah. I and Ms. Renaza was on your last panel over 3 years ago, and you were denied based on a life of good time program, expressed opposition, and you had a moderate risk assessment. Is that right?
I didn't quite understand.
That you were denied last time because you had a life of good time program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Express opposition, and you had a moderate risk assessment. Is that
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So you can't do anything about opposition. And you still have a moderate risk assessment. So tell me about the program that you completed since your last hearing.
I completed Cage and Rage, Kabuki. The only person you cheat is yourself. Thanking for a change. Living in Banners. Narcotics Anonymous. And Alcohol Anonymous. And 100 hours of pre-release.
You completed all those programs in 2019, right?
Yes, sir.
And I know COVID hit in 2020 and programs were closed down, but I don't see any programs that you completed in 2022 and 2023. Are you enrolled in classes now?
Well, I have been going through some medical changes. I was diagnosed with cancer and I'm suffering with what you know, spinal stenosis. I've been going back and forth to the hospital.
How are you doing now?
Sir,
How are you doing currently?
well, I'm still, you know, having complications. I just had my prostates removed.
Okay,
And right now I'm like, you know, I have a problem controlling my urine and stuff now still.
okay, well, you'll have that for 6 to 18 months, but it'll get all right. It'll be okay. Now, did you have to take any treatment after removal of your organ?
Well, I take medicine for the spinal stenosis.
Okay,
Which
no,
is like,
did you have to have radiation or chemo after removal of your prostate?
no, I don't have to do that.
You're cancer free.
Yeah, I'm just going back and forth with the checkups now.
Great. Outstanding. So you haven't taken any programs in the last 12 months.
No, sir.
How about your disciplinary issues since your last hearing?
I didn't understand.
Have you had any disciplinary write-up since your last hearing?
No, sir.
When was your last disciplinary write-up?
I never had one.
Are you write-up free? And how long have you been incarcerated?
Right at 18 years.
Well, my calculation is a little bit longer than that. You've been incarcerated since 2002?
Yes. I can't hear you.
You've been incarcerated since 2002?
Been incarcerated since 2002.
No, sir.
When did you start your incarceration?
205.
205. Okay. So, right at 18 years, okay. Martin Simon,
Yes, sir.
he has a 33-year sentence. And it looks to me as if he has about 13 years left on that sentence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
So, the numbers are not adding up. It looks as though maybe he got some jail credits for one or more of his sentencing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're really not going to serve 30 a year. You've got multiple jail credits for multiple sentences. Okay, I understand now. Tell me about any organizational participation that you have.
I can't hear you.
Have you participated in any organizations while you're incarcerated?
I got jumped on. I ain't participated.
In any organizations.
Oh, organizations. Oh yeah, I attended churches, you know, stuff like that. BBOA program, meet things that they hold. I attended stuff like that.
GED or a high school diploma?
GED or high school diploma.
No, I have, I just completed, I just went to the 12th grade.
Did you get a diploma?
No, sir.
Did you attempt to work on your GED after you were incarcerated?
What is it?
No.
No, sir.
Why?
Well, back prior before I was 17, it was kind of hard because I didn't have no parole date. And when I was trying to get in at that time, you know, I was on a backlog list.
Mr. Robertson, you have 7 years before your good time date. But tell me why I should vote to release you prior to your good time date.
I mean, I'm not, yeah, I got a bad ear.
Mr. Rashay, can you repeat one more time so I can kind of translate for him? He has a hard time here.
Tell me why I should vote to release you today when your good time date is 7 years from now. And why should I release you 7 years before your good time date?
Well, I have grown. I realized that the choices I made in life was bad choices. And I'm not the man that I was back in 2005. I done grown older, wiser. Things I thought that I had value in life, I realized don't have no value at all. The perspective that I had on life was bad. The choices I chose in life was bad. The way I was raised, I wasn't raised that way. It's just that something happened when I was young. I was going to, I started going to Scrummage Junior High. And I had an incident in my life that pretty much changed my life. We was most likely integrating the schools back then, and they had this incident that when we come out to school one day, we had a lot of, what you call clans around the school, and a lot of stuff broke out. I had never been in no trouble in my life. And I was spit on, and I got into an altercation at the time, and it landed me in LTI. I had never been in no trouble. My father was the late Reverend L. Snowden. My mother was a musician. I grew up singing in choirs. I've been in church all my life, but that's what he did. And that incident changed my life. I had never been in no situation. I ended up in LTI. I had never known no life like that. And that situation changed my life. And that's how this.
Mr. Robinson, I do understand exactly what you're saying. Warren Thomas, Warren Simon, do you have any remarks or comments?
I have no remarks, sir.
No, sir.
Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Rashay. Mr. Robertson, what would you like to say to us? Is there anything else you'd like to say to us before we go?
Ma'am?
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we vote?
Oh, okay. I'd just like to say that I hope y'all consider giving me parole, and that my life has changed. I'm not the man I was when I came here.
Okay.
Madam Chairman, next question for me.
Sure.
Mr. Robinson, you have a walking cane with you. You use that walking cane to get around?
Yeah, pretty much when my arthritis acting up a lot, this left side goes out on me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I think we're ready to vote, Mr. Robertson, and Mr. Roche will be voting first.
Madam Chairman, executive session.
The motion.
Second.
Second for executive session. I do agree, so it's a unanimous decision. We'll be in executive session, Mr. Robertson, for a few moments to discuss confidential matters. Stand by. All right, Mr. Robertson, we're back in regular session and we're ready to vote. Mr. Roche will be voting first.
Mr. Robinson, can you hear me, Mr. Robinson?
Yes, sir, he can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Robinson? We requested that you programmed last time, and that was one of the reasons why we denied you.
Yes, sir.
Took multiple programs before you got sick. In 2019, you took 3 or 4, maybe 5 additional programs. Based on you taking those programs and your medical issues now, I'm going to grant your request for early release. I want you to have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I want you to report to the day reporting center in your district. I don't know whether or not you can maintain full-time employment now. I will leave that up to your parole officer because of your ailments. But I want you to report the day reporting center and get some counseling. And if you are able to maintain employment, they will help you with that at the day reporting center. Good luck.
Mr. Brandon?
Mr. Robertson, you have a very good disciplinary record. You've given us no problems since you've been in prison. You did take some classes that we had asked you to do. At your last hearing, my vote today is to grant with the same conditions as Mr. Roche.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hey, Mr. Robertson, you did what we asked. My vote today also is to grant. All right,
Okay.
you granted parole.
Thank you,
Good
ma'am.
luck to
All right. Thank you.